everybody. Welcome to our Vibrant Life podcast, the official podcast of the Vibrant Life community. I'm Sarah Nolan, and I am an energetic management advisor to high performers who want to increase the quality of their lives, want to live vibrantly in every area of life. And I'm super excited to be here with you this evening talking about self-sacrifice. And no, I'm not talking about how to sacrifice yourself even more. We're talking about how to reverse that pattern of self-sacrifice. And yesterday, we talked about why we sacrifice, why this behavior even exists. And it was really fascinating to do a little bit of research on that and also to look at my clients and their experiences. And tonight we're talking about what and who. Like, who are the people who choose to take care of themselves instead of sacrificing, and what certain things that they do are. I think I actually miswrote that in the description, but I'll change that later. So, in my program Recharge, which is it's a 12-week program that helps you to re-energize, reconnect, and rewire. So body, mind, and spirit, re-energize, reconnect, rewire. We go through all of these behaviors, and what you end up doing is you fix the root of it, so that the behavior just comes naturally. You don't even have to think about it. And we do stuff all the time, like addressing things like self-sacrifice. Excuse me. Should have brought some water down here. So why people take care of themselves and how they do it. This is really interesting. I actually made another program all about self-care, and in this program called I'm a Goddess, and actually men can do this too, it could be for man or woman, but I call it I'm a Goddess. A lot of it addresses the fact that self-care is not a to-do list. It's not a checklist. It's not like, you check things off and say, okay, I took care of myself today. Like, it's good to have an awareness and even a list of thriving activities, but self-care really is a lifestyle. It's really a way of being, a way of showing up in the world, showing up for yourself. And we all know that when you show up for yourself and you're overflowing, you can serve at a way higher level. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have more health and vitality to be able to show up in a greater way with greater contribution and service. So one of the most selfless things that you can do is live a lifestyle of self-care. And what that is it is addressing the highest level needs of your body, your mind, and your spirit. And within those needs, it's not just like what you need to survive, it's what you need to thrive. And what you need to thrive goes beyond, the basic needs. It goes into your wants and your desires, okay? But this is what I found out when I did a little bit of research to see what exactly people are doing for self-care and the reasons that they do this. So the top 3 reasons that people practice self-care are to reduce stress, to feel positive, and to improve their mental health. So, those are great reasons to practice self-care. And if you are really struggling with stress, feeling positive, like maybe you feel you're in a depressed state, or you're in like a funk, and you want to improve your mental health, those are kind of triggers that usually cause us to seek something more and say, okay, this isn't really working. I need to do something a little bit extra. And maybe somebody told you that you need to take care of yourself more because maybe you had a diagnosis, or maybe you have just been stuck for too long and somebody mentioned, you might want to start, some self-care stuff. And so here are three things that people tend to do for self-care. The most popular self-care activities are walking, connecting with friends, and watching movies, watching TV and movies, which is so interesting. It's when I think about, what I used to do for self-care, things to like wind down, things to reduce stress, things to help me feel better, it would be stuff like this, walking, connecting with friends, watching TV and movies. And while those are great, like it's great that people are taking an active effort into getting better, into helping themselves to feel better and taking care of themselves, it's actually, those activities are not actually helping them to move forward. Those, in fact, they may be helping them to either stay stuck or move backwards, except for the walking. The walking is super healthy. It's a super positive activity to add into your life. But the connecting with friends and watching TV and movies, and even the walking, like those can be ways of escaping the actual problem, the actual thing that's causing so much stress. And the reason that somebody is so depressed or stuck in negativity. Connecting with friends, if you have great friends who are super positive influence on you, and those are the friends that you're connecting with, then that's amazing. But a lot of times, if you're stuck in a depressive state, negativity and super stressed, a lot of times what contributes to that pattern, that consistent pattern, is friends who are not the best influence on us. And I had to be very intentional about the friends that I surrounded myself with in order to foster a healthier mindset for myself. And it wasn't easy, and it's something that I'm always thinking about. And the most successful people in the world do this kind of thing. So connecting with friends is a great way to take care of yourself, but you have to really think about, who am I actually connecting with, and are they helping to move me forward, or are they helping me to stay stuck, or are they actually helping to pull me backwards? All right, so just be mindful of that. And as far as watching TV and movies go, it also depends on what exactly you're watching, because a lot of times, TV and movies, it's like food. Some of it can be really great and really good for your mental and emotional health. And a lot of times it's the same thing as with your friends. It can either hold you stuck or send you backwards. So, but what I really like to help my clients with their self-care is not a checklist, not like something you put on a whiteboard and it's like, okay, I'm feeling depressed right now. These are some things I need to do, right? It's addressing the bigger picture and looking at what is behind the stress, what is behind the anxiety or the depression or this negative funk that I can't get myself out of. And I would much rather prefer to look at the big picture and get to the root cause of these feelings and behaviors than to constantly be putting out fires that only address the immediate situation and don't fix anything bigger. I'm just, I like to make a bigger impact than that and always be in a state of proaction instead of reaction. And so what I would prefer to do than reacting with something like, okay, go call a friend or put on the TV or something like that, is to set up a lifestyle that fosters a healthy mind, healthy emotions, healthy spirit, healthy body. And if you are just in a super funk and you can't get out of it, there are some things you can do, like change your environment, move your body, breathe differently, stuff like that, and get you into a headspace where you can start working on that bigger picture. All right. But doing something like watching TV, that's going to help you to ignore it, escape it, numb it out, and you're not going to move yourself forward as easily. So out of this list that I found of like the top 3 things that people tend to do to take care of themselves, walking, connecting with friends, watching TV and movies, I'd say walking is by far the most positive activity you can do for yourself that can just shift you, get you into a different mindset, get you into a different state so that you can start working on that bigger picture and get out of that reaction mode and get into a proactive mode where you are really designing your life in a way that fosters healthy behaviors, healthy mindset, and really, who cares about the healthy mindset, healthy behaviors? It's all about feeling good all the time. It's all about waking up with joy and passion and feeling like you can take on the world instead of like dreading waking up, dreading that alarm and always like banging the snooze button, that kind of stuff. So I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know. I see some people have joined us. Lawrence, Tess, Samantha, so glad you could join us today. Let me know if you have any comments on this or questions. And like I said, this is what I'm talking about here is just a super small part of what we do in Recharge and what I do with my clients. And it's really all about creating a lifestyle that serves the greatest good for you and your highest level vision for yourself, helping you to achieve more while being super fulfilled in living a vibrant life. And if that's something that you want to learn more about, or you want to see if that could be a good fit for you, then just let me know and we can chat a little bit about it. And I'm going to bring it now to, it's so funny. Right before I started this, I was like, I got to set the Zoom thing up ahead of time. Also, before I end the video, I'm curious. I'm thinking about in the group starting one day a week doing either an intuitive guidance video session where people can give me their questions or call in with questions or something like that. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Call in. Nobody does call in anymore, but we could actually do call in with my phone. But somebody calls in with a question, or we could do root cause clearing sessions, like what we used to do that, and people got a ton out of it, and then we took a break for it. So we can either bring back the root cause clearings, or we can do the intuitive guidance session. So just let me know what you think, and we'll get that started. All right, guys, have a great night, and I'm gonna just get this. So all of our inner circle members are welcome to come into the Zoom call, which I'm just pulling up now. Okay, I've copied it. Paste. I'll go and paste you. Okay. All right. So come on over to the Zoom chat. We can talk more about this, and I will talk to you guys later. Oh, tomorrow we are talking about how to serve. How? We're going to talk about how. We talked about the background, and now we're going to talk about how to serve at the highest level without sacrificing yourself or your quality of life. Sound good? All right, see you then. If I can get the, oh my gosh. All right, just getting our windows set up.